So, this is the fourth time I'm recording this video, believe it or not. Thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you for coming back to watch this video. Whether you're a new viewer to the channel or one of my current subscribers, thank you very much for your support. Just even by watching this video, it will help me out, I'm sure. For those of you who stay subscribed, thank you very, very much, and I really, really appreciate it. Those of you who haven't, still, regardless whether you're watching the video, I appreciate it very much. Just wanted to emphasize on the video that the title of this video is Mum, and that is what this video is focused around. And I just want to tell you why I haven't had that many videos in 2023 and why there's been pretty much no content for me this year. Just a quick recap, if you haven't watched one of the vlogs that I've made, I've spoken about most of this already up until recent events. New Year's Eve 2023, Royal Mail van backed into my driveway. He was doing a 3-point turn, decided to drive over the pavement into the driveway, reversing into the front of my car, completely destroying it, and then driving off. So as the insurance company say, it's you cannot drive that car. They left me with £6,000 worth of damages to a brand new car, and the guy drove off. So I spent the next couple months dealing with a lot of stress, a lot of insurance, back and forth, chasing them up because nobody wanted to contact me or chase me for anything. It's just me chasing everybody, and that was a lot of stress for me. I managed to get it sorted in the end, had to pay for everything myself. Royal Mail denied everything, even though I had a witness, which was a neighbour pulling into their driveway as the Royal Mail van drove off. They denied everything. So there was a lot that I had went through because of that. So the first couple months of the year was just horrible. In July, my uncle passed away, which was a shock, but we knew it was going to happen because he was in hospital. But it was still a shock when it happened. And there was a lot of involvement from myself with the funeral, stuff that I haven't done before, religiously, and it was all very new to me. A month later, a month after my uncle passed away, we lost my mum. And it was the most difficult day, I think, of my life. As nobody that close to me has ever passed away. Uncles I've had pass away, family, relatives, but not my mum. And that took a toll on me. Mentally, physically, it's been challenging. And I'm not the same person I was in 2022. You'll probably see changes within me and how I act and how I talk and my reactions in the videos coming, because there's a lot of content I want to still make, but it's just been very difficult up until this point. This is the first video I've made since my mum passed away, and yeah, it's just, she was in hospital, she fell, she had cancer treatments, she was in and out of hospital all the time. She fell and we took her to hospital, but they admitted her. And she was in a ward where only one relative, one person could go see her, which was my dad. And he FaceTimed us from there. And I saw my mum's face, and it was, never seen my mum, never seen anyone like that before. And it was a shock. I didn't know what to think at the time, but when I saw my mum's face, I kind of knew at that point something was wrong. A couple of days later, they moved her to another ward where we got to go visit her. And first I went to the hospital and my mum was there in the hospital bed, and the doctor was like, "Oh, look who's here to see you, it's your son, do you recognise him?" And my mum just shook her head and she didn't say anything. She mumbled something, she just shook her head like she didn't recognise me. The following day we went back to the hospital again to see my mum again, and she was the complete opposite. She was awake, she was talking, she recognised me, she was laughing with my wife, and it seemed like she was going to be okay. And then we got news from the doctor that she's not going to be okay, and all we can do at this point is make her comfortable, which was hard to absorb. It was hard to take in. And my mum was like my rock. She was always there for us. She was always there to listen. She was always there to offer advice. She was always there. She was always present. Even when she needed someone to talk to, I was always there for her. I was always just there to listen. Whether I'd give her any advice or not, I was just there to listen, and I think she appreciated that. But that last day, basically, she was in hospital, and the doctor said, all we can do is make her comfortable. And my mum didn't know what was happening. She just thought she was being treated, and it was going to be fine. She's preparing to come back home. And there was a point where it was just me and my mum. Everyone else had walked out the waiting room, talking, and just me and my mum at the hospital bed. And my mum said to me, "What did the doctor say?" And I just said nothing, because I didn't know what I'm supposed to tell her in that moment. I didn't want to make her worried. I didn't want to make her upset. She's already been in hospital for 3 weeks, as it was at this point. And that was the last thing I said to my mum. She asked me, "What did the doctor say?" And I just said nothing. And before I left, which was shortly after that, I just gave her a hug, like I'd never given her a hug before. I felt like she appreciated that. We didn't say anything more. And then that's when I left. That was the last time I saw my mum. The day after, about 12 noon, I got a call from my dad, and I was working at home, and he just said, "Come to the hospital." And then I kind of knew that this was it. There was a good time when, after my mum had gone, she was in the hospital, and I got to spend time with her. Obviously she wasn't there anymore, but I just sat by the hospital bed. I didn't know what else to do at that point. My dad and my uncle were there, and they went out and, talking about next steps and arranging details with the hospital, and I stayed there. And I just sat there, and I just thought, I just wanted my mum back. But the purpose of me making this video was just to acknowledge to you why I haven't made any videos, why there's such long gaps this year between my content. And this was the most recent gap. And there's a lot of content I want to make. There's a lot of videos coming, and I have my setup ready now, and I'm ready to get back in the saddle, if you will. I'm ready to get behind the driver's seat, and I'm ready to go again. I just wanted to put that message out there that this is why, and I don't blame the people who unsubscribed to the channel. I appreciate the fact that you'd had subscribed, and appreciate I wasn't making any content. Hopefully those of you who do see this video will watch some of my other videos, previous and the new ones, and you will subscribe and you will like. And I appreciate all the support that I get. I really do. And like I said at the start of this video, there's going to be changes you'll notice within me. My mental health, I think, is the most that's been affected this year. I'm not the same person I was in 2022 and previous. But the one thing I do have to say is a big, massive thank you to all my cousins who were there with me to support me at the time. My friends and my work colleagues, they all know who they are. And a massive thank you for all the support that I had at the time. It's just fantastic. But it's been tough. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know why, and this is it. And I miss my mum every day, and I still love my mum. There's going to be a lot of changes in my personal circumstances in my personal life that I'm still going to be getting used to. As much as I'd like to just quit everything I'm doing, I'm going to continue. I'm going to push on with everything, and I'm going to keep this channel going. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and for those of you who haven't subscribed, please do. There's a lot of will be fun videos that I'm planning on making, and I'm going to be ramping it up a lot. But I'm sorry for the massive gaps in my videos and my content this year. Again, thank you for watching, thank you for my subscribers, thank you to my friends, and especially thank you to my family, thank you to my work colleagues for being there and helping me during these difficult times. And I hope, but I know we all have to go through this at some point in life, but I hope you don't.